Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. Recently I've been hard at work on a new project, my very own website. It's going to be a blog where I'll share tutorials and helpful articles about software development. Think of it as the text-based companion to my videos. While building the different pages, I realized there is one essential feature that every modern website needs: a content management platform, or CMP for short. Not only this has been a mandatory requirement for staying compliant with data privacy regulations like the GDPR, but has become even more critical since March 2024. For those who aren't aware, Google now requires businesses using services like Google Ads or Google Analytics 4 to comply with updated consent requirements. Companies must implement a Google-certified consent management platform and ensure that user consent is signaled properly via Google Consent Mode. Without valid consent, businesses lose access to some key features of Google's tool, making it harder to promote products and services to European audience. So I had to add a CMP, also known as cookie banner, to my website. This lets visitors know the site collects and uses cookies to improve their experience. At first, as you know me, I thought about building my own cookie banner from scratch. But to be honest, the more I thought about it, the more I realized it's not just about displaying a banner. You also need to handle the data collection and analysis afterwards. That's a big job, and frankly, I don't have the time right now to tackle that from scratch. So I started searching online for an easier solution, and I found a really interesting tool that integrates seamlessly into WordPress with just a few simple steps. After testing it out, I knew I had to share it with you all in this video. You know me guys, I'm always thinking and I want always to provide you with valuable content and valuable tips that I'm pretty sure it will help you in your own career, whether the professional or like you're still learning. I'm pretty sure it will bring a value to your life. So I'm confident it will be just as useful for you as it was for me. So now, before we start, as always, if you're new to my channel, just go ahead, hit the subscribe button and join me on my development journey. Also, don't forget to share the video with your friends and share it with anyone that you know he's looking for something like this or who wants to integrate a cookie banner with his own application or website. So now, with no further ado, let me walk you through the integration of this really nice tool. By the way, the website is available online, but it's still in draft mode. So if you check here the blogs or what I'm publishing right now, it's just a draft. So I will create a dedicated video once it's done, and I will also share it with you. So here, let's go start and talk about the tool. So the tool I found is called Cookiebot, and it's by User-Centrics. So let me zoom in, and here what you can see here. So this is how you can integrate, and this is how the banner is going to look like. And of course we can customize it and make it look the way we want. So here what I really liked about the tool is it's really simple and easy to integrate with only few simple steps. And as you can see here, so this is how you can improve the user experience, how you can do a lot of stuff within Cookiebot. Now, when it comes to the integration, it's really 3 steps, and I will walk you through these 3 different steps. So in the beginning, we need to sign up and create a free account. And by the way, no credit card is needed to set up or create an account. So this is what I liked about this website and this tool. Then what we need to do is to choose our banner style and customize our banner. Then all we need to do is to integrate it within our application, and I will show you the different ways how to do that, and mainly how to integrate it within WordPress. So the first step is we need to sign up or to create a new account. So here, like, creating an account is really simple. So here I will provide my email address. So here this is my email address, and then click on continue. And all you need to do is to choose a password within like at least 8 characters, lowercase, uppercase, and a number from 0 to 9. Now all we need to do is to click on continue. Let me save my password right here, and now we have our cookie banner. So here we need one thing, we need to verify our email. So if I open my email address, I will receive an email, and then I have to click the verification link, and that's it. And by the way, as mentioned here, the email might take few moments to be received, because as they mentioned in here, they are facing some issues with their own mail provider. So like, you need to be a bit patient. To be honest, like, this is what I didn't like so much, but I'm pretty sure you will receive the email, and you can validate your email address, and then you can move to the admin dashboard. So after validating your email address and logging again to your account, this will be, or this is the dashboard, how it looks like. So here, the first thing we need to do is to set up our domain and alias. So here what we want to do, we need to add our domain to get started with, or like using Cookiebot. So here I will add the domain. So my website is ali-boali.com, and then just click on add domain. And here, so like you have here, as you saw, you have a frequency, or like the scan frequency. So like it will be monthly. So like every month you will have more and more details about that. But the details and what you will get as scan, it will be kind of immediately. I will show you that in the next phase. Then what we can do, we can start configuring our cookie banner. So here we have two options. So whether we want it to be as a dialog, so it will look like this, and also we can, of course, we can add our logo to the banner. We can do so many stuff to customize it, but first let's have a look on the layout. So for now, I will keep it as a dialog, and it will look exactly like this one. So I will show it to you live once we integrate it within WordPress. So then you can also update and adjust the content right here. So like you can change whatever you want, and we will do that live later on. And here also we have this button right here. So you even, for example, if you decline or if you allow the cookies, you can come back and change the consent later on. So I will show you also how to do that afterwards. So let's go back here. Now let's move on to the implementation. As I mentioned before, when it comes to the implementation and the integration of this tool, we can go simply to this implementation right here. So here we have like two main things, or like two main different ways to do it, as mentioned in here, whether in WordPress or Google Tag Manager. But let's put this aside, and I will explain it step by step later on. So the second thing, or like how to embed a cookie script. So here within, like you will have this script, which is provided automatically. So like you don't need to do anything, and all you need to do is to add this one to the head tag. So if you are not sure where to do it, here you see you can have the script placement. So I'm gonna just zoom in, you can see everything clear. So here you have HTML head, and then the first line, just integrate this script. But within WordPress, we don't need to go to this one. All we need to keep in mind is this domain group ID, and I will show you how to use that one later on. But before that, let's see how, or like with which exactly, or like with which tools this cookie banner is integratable. And this is what I really liked about this tool. So we can easily integrate it within WordPress, Tag Manager, Shopify, Matomo, Magento, Wix, and so on and so forth. So like you see, the list here is really nice, and it contains almost all the CMS, or like the content management systems. And also, as I mentioned before, if you are building your own website, all you need to do is to add this script. One thing I need to mention, and it's worth mentioning, so this script will not work locally. So like if you are building your application locally, you will not be able to integrate this one. So what you need to do is you need to have your application online, and you need to add your domain right here. By the way, if you have only one domain, you can use the user-centrics or the Cookiebot manager for free for up to 50 pages. So like it's free for one domain. If you have multiple domains, you can also manage that in the same way. So like you can upgrade and take, so here maybe let's have a look on it. So here we have this plan. So like the free plan, as I mentioned, it only contains like 50 pages, and you can have one domain. And then what we can do, we can have also like multiple plans or like multiple domains, and we can also manage the cookie banner for our multiple websites within the same admin dashboard. So now let's go back here and let's go back to the implementation. So now I will guide you through how to integrate, or like through the integration of this cookie banner within WordPress. So now let's move on to our WordPress dashboard and let me show you step by step how to integrate that. Alright, so now let's go to our WordPress dashboard and let me walk you through the installation and the setup of the cookie banner within your WordPress website. The first thing we need to do is to go to plugins, and then here we have add new plugin. We click on it and then we just search for Cookiebot CMP. Alright, so here you will find it as the first result, and it comes from user-centrics as mentioned in here. Alright, so like maybe you can find multiple ones, or like maybe another one, or you mistype the name, but just make sure you are using the one from user-centrics. And by the way, this tool is installed, or like has more than 100,000 active installation. So what we need to do, click on install now, and then it will take just few moments to be installed, and then let's activate the plugin. So now once the plugin is installed and activated, you will see a menu right here called Cookiebot. So now let's click on this menu. So for me, I already did the configuration, but what you will see in this screen, you will see like a login, or like a button to create an account or to log in. So just click on login or create an account if you did not create the account earlier. And all you need to do, just provide your email and password, and that's it. And you will come back to this same dashboard and the same display that you see right here. So then what we need to do, we need to go to settings, and all you need is to copy this domain group ID. So I'm gonna copy it from here and paste it again just to show you how to do that. So like once you copy it, you will see that this save changes button will be green like this, and all you need to do is just to click on save changes. And now, congratulations, you have everything ready and you have your cookie banner. So now, just to show you that once you install the plugin, you will see the cookie banner. So I will open my website in incognito mode. So here I will click on aliboali.com, and here, boom, we see that we have our cookie banner displayed right here. So this is my logo and this is the cookie banner. So I will just close it. So like maybe I will click on deny for now, and then I will come back and show you something else. So I will go back to implementation and then configuration, like the admin dashboard configuration. So now I will change it to a dialog. All right, so maybe I will zoom out as it was before. So now I will just change it to a dialog. I will open again my website in incognito mode, and now you see that immediately the changes takes effect. So now I will click on allow all. But let's assume that I made a mistake and I don't want to allow all the user-centrics. So here, all I need to do is to click on this button right here, and I can change my consent. So here I can, for example, deactivate preferences, marketing, and statistics, and click on allow all again, but this doesn't make sense, I guess, if you click on allow all. But here, let me just leave marketing and click allow selection. So now if I go back again, we see it right here. So allow selection, and also like you can see it at a glance right here. So like you have the necessary cookies, which is like by default you need to accept it. We have preferences, we did not accept it, statistics, and we only have marketing. All right, so now let's close this one and go back and see further customization. So here what we can do, so here the style, we can have like an overlay, or like we can have it the style effects. So like this is how like the activate addition styling effects to your banner. And also if I want to make it as a bar, I can make it this way. Also I can change the position, whether to put it on the top or to display it in the bottom of the page. Also, you can play with the theme. So for example, I want it to be a dark theme if your website supports dark theme, or you can have it mixed, or you can have it even custom. So you can change the background, you can change the colors, you can change almost everything within this banner. So for now I will keep it light, and I think they have the option that it will automatically detect the layout, whether if it's a dark mode or like a light mode, and the banner will adjust based on that. So now let's go back to design and to the layout. Let's save the changes, and again I will open, maybe let me put it to the top so we can see the changes, and I will again open my website in incognito mode, because like I'm opening it in incognito mode because if you save, like if you accept once the consent, you don't need to do it once again. So that's why I'm always trying it out in incognito mode. So now we see the banner that it's already displaying on the top. And if, for example, I click on deny once again, so like later on I will show you the statistics and also like the data analysis after that. So now let's go back and see some more customization. So maybe I will bring it back to a dialog as it was before. And now if we move to content, so here we have this dialog heading. So maybe I will just save the changes and let's try to see the live updates. All right. So here we have this title right here. This website uses cookies. All right, so we can change this one. We can change the text. You can customize, as I mentioned, you can customize everything. Also, here we have this auto detect language, so it will automatically detect the language, and here by default it will be English, but we can also add multiple other languages. So when we add a language, so you can see here that first of all it's automatically translated, so like you have an auto translation and you can adjust everything. So maybe let's add another language. Maybe let's search for French. So like these are the languages that I speak, by the way. So here you see also that we have the cookie banner, which is automatically displayed. So now maybe let's see what is the impact, or what are the impacts of this one. So my website is by default in English, that's why it's auto detecting the language. Maybe let's change this one and check the auto detect language, and let's see what will happen when we do that. So let me refresh again. So here, by the way, also like it's still English by default, but this is not a problem because like you can customize it and you can enable any language that you want. So here also for the privacy, we can change this one, like you can change the color, you can change the position of this button, you can even disable the button itself. So when we disable the button, like the show privacy button, for example, like when you want to decide, or like there is a decision within your team or within the company that you are working with, that once the user accepts the consent, he should not be able to update it, and so on and so forth, you can also disable the button right here, or you can keep it. So also like you can change the position, you can change it like top left, top right, bottom, and bottom left and right. So let's keep it as it was before, to bottom left. Also here you can change the theme to light or dark based on your website. And here you have like the declaration, and as I mentioned, you can do a lot of customization within this one. All right, so as I mentioned, like you can do so many stuff, and what I really liked about it is like the ease of integration of this thing. So just a reminder, or a quick reminder, all you need to do is to go to plugins, install the Cookiebot CMP plugin, just paste, like first you need to log in or create an account if you did not already create it before, and all you need to do is to link your domain group ID. And just to remind you, the domain group ID, we can get it from here, from implementation, and all you need to do is to copy this value right here and paste it in this place, and then save the changes, and congratulations, you have your own cookie banner up and running. So now let's just go back to our incognito mode. Maybe I will just play around with this. So like I will allow selection, close it, and like open it again, just to provide some data, since as I mentioned, like my website is not known yet. So like I will deny. So for that, I will try just to show you what are the data, or like how we can collect data. So like for the first one, it will not be that important because like I'm the only user, and like the data is coming only from one day. But in the future, or after publishing this video, I will keep monitoring like the traffic on my website. I can see how many users are accessing my website, and I can collect so much data. So I will just allow this selection, And now let's move on and see some of the analytics and some of the data that are collected by this cookie banner CMP. Alright, so now to visualize the analytics and the data gathered from Cookiebot, first we need to go to the admin dashboard at admin.cookiebot.com. And then you see here you have a menu called analytics. So here first we will see this chart or this graph right here, and here we can filter by two things. First of all, we can select the domain because, as I mentioned before, Cookiebot supports multiple domains at the same time. And then you can select a date range or like one of the predefined dates right here, for example yesterday, today, last 14 days, and so on and so forth. And like this you will see some graph right here. So here, like the good thing about this analysis, so here this means that my website reached 18 unique users. So like, I mean 18 unique users, or at least 18 unique people, they saw this cookie banner, where 14 of them, or like 78% of them, they accepted the cookie banner, and only 4 of them they deny the consent. And here, like you can see the graph, like for the total opts in and the total opt outs. So here, like it will be going up and down. So here, just the only thing that I don't have enough data, as I mentioned, my website is not yet public. So maybe it will get more consent and more traffic after publishing this video, but for the current time, this is what we can see. Alright, so this was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I shared something valuable with you. And I would like to know in the comments if you liked this tool, and tell me if any of you will try this tool. Just give me feedback, or if you find any other feature or hints or things that we can also share and use together. Thank you so much for watching this video, and before we leave, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends, invite your friends, and see you in the next one.